everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So today I wanted to work on some page pockets, or pocket pages we'll call them. I've made them once before. It was in one of my last design team projects for JunkWithSteph. I believe it was the Urban Angel journal that I did this in. So I wanted to make some of those for my mass making ephemera, and I just wanted to show you quickly what I'm using. So I'm using these lunch bags that I purchased from my local supermarket, and I have a couple of different brands for no particular reason other than I was just looking at the colour differences and I wanted to see what was available. So that was why I've ended up with different brands. And as you see, there is a significant difference between this brand and these two. These two are quite similar. So that's what I'm using today. I also use those to create our little paper bags. So these little paper bags, which I love. I have my ephemera sitting on my desk so I can see it because it makes me really happy. Okay, so I have a pile of the pocket pages ready to go. I've scored and folded already, but I did want to show you what I did. So this is a prototype that I've kept to pop into my ideas book, and I've written on it. So all I did was I turned it upside down so that the large part of the back of the bag is facing me, and I popped it on my scoreboard with the closed edge against my left hand side, and I scored it 2.5. That was all I needed the scoreboard for. If you don't have a scoreboard, you could just fold it up so that it's roughly 2.5 inches. You could use your cutting mat. If you have a grid on yours like I do, you could use that as a guide, or use a ruler and just mark it with a pencil and then fold it. And from there, all I did was I took the bag and I just folded it in half and scored it with my bone folder. Now, you can fold this in a couple of different ways. In the Urban Angel journal that I made, I folded so that I had my pocket at the top and then a pocket here, and I folded it this way. But you could fold it this way and have the pockets on the inside, or you could turn it around and fold it this way and have a pocket at the front and a pocket in the middle like that. So I'll show you what I do with it. So this is the way I made it for the Urban Angel journal, folding this way. And all I did was I popped it in between a couple of pages so that it became a little smaller page with pockets. So you can have it that way. I could turn it and have it this way. Oops. So I have a pocket here and then a pocket on the inside. What was I just thinking? Oh, when I did the one in the Urban Angel journal, because I had my pockets on the same side, I actually used paper that you could write on the back. I still used a pattern paper, but it was a very subtle pattern so that you could write on there. So effectively it was kind of like a page, but it wasn't really. Obviously, if you have your pockets on either side, you are forfeiting some journaling space, but you do have the pockets with your tags or journaling cards inside. So the other thing that you could do is you could just flip it over the page like that and paper clip it so that it is removable. So, oh, and the other thing I thought you could do was if you fold it, I'm trying to get all my ideas out at once. I'm sorry if I'm confusing you. If I were to fold it that way and glue it in place, I could have a pocket here, here and here, or I could have a side tuck. I could glue it down either side, top and bottom, sorry, and have a side tuck as well. So lots of different choices with this one. And I am thinking, I did really like the pockets on the same side, but I might do a couple of each. I don't know. So that's my prototype. I need to not use that. I'm going to pop that to the side. So I do have lots here to play with. I haven't inked them yet, so I think I will just ink across the top of the folds here to begin with. I can do a lot of the inking off camera, but I do want to do this part here before I start collage. So I have the JunkWithSteph papers. I haven't mentioned in this video yet, but this is actually a mass making project that I've taken on as part of my design team project for JunkWithSteph for the months of November and December, and I'm using several of her kits. So when I first pull a paper from one of her kits, I will let you know where that paper has come from, which kit it comes from. But once I've used it once, it will go into my scrap papers. So these are some pages that I have left over. If during any of these mass making videos I haven't mentioned what the paper is or what kit it comes from that I'm using, there will be a link in the description below for the playlist for this mass making design team project. And the first video that I did was a flip through of the kits that I'm using at the moment. There are more kits that I do have to share, so there may be more than one flip through video for this design team project, but I just wanted to let you know that if at any time you see papers that you really like, that speak to you, and you would like to know where they come from, please check the playlist. Okay, so I have these papers here from JunkWithSteph. They're Collage Papers Volume 1, and I do really love this top page, but I love that too. Okay, I'm looking and I'm trying to decide whether I want to collage individually or the whole thing, and I'm thinking I'd like to do the whole thing. It's quicker. So that one works for me. I really love that. But I'm going to keep looking. I have other kits that I can choose from. I do really like that too. Oh, this is never easy. Choosing papers is never easy because I love them all. Okay, what I'm going to do is I've chosen one from this kit. I'm going to walk away from that kit and have a look at my next. So I have Collage Paper Volume 2 Vintage Butterfly, and I'm just looking to see if there's something here that catches my eye. I'm kind of looking for something that will have a little bit of a focal point on both sides. So I'm looking at the width and what will be on both sides basically. Just wondering. My focal point is on the bottom with this page. That doesn't really work for me. That could potentially work. I like that. Just checking to see what else is here. And I don't think that the orientation, I feel, I never know which way to put this one. I don't think it really matters actually. I do like that. I think I'll stick to this one. So that is from the Vintage Butterflies kit, volume 2. And then I have JunkWithSteph Collage Papers, volume 3. So again, I'm just looking roughly to see. I love that. She's really pretty. Isn't that fun? Oh, that's the winner for me. My little cherub will be sort of facing sideways, but I think I'm okay with that. Or I may potentially, okay, I have a plan, I think. Let me see, is there anything else that stands out? I really like that too. Oh, and I do have this misprint. What to do, what to do, what to do. I think I might use this one because the orientation is good for both images. But I really love that. Okay, so that's Collage Papers Volume 3. And then Collage Paper Kit French Fairy, which is Volume 4. I really love that first one. Can't pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to go with my first choice. I should know. I should just trust myself when I choose something, and I seem to know, but then I like to look at all my other choices. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 papers there, and I really love that. And will that fit? It will fit the whole thing. So I'm going to use that as one. And that could potentially work as well. Yes. So that's 6. I don't know why I'm working with 6. It just seems to have become my go-to. Okay, so I'm just going to tear these down, and I'm leaving myself a little border around the whole thing. Oh, that's the perfect size. That was meant to be. Didn't even know. How funny. My tear ruler I've popped away because I tidied up my desk before I left my craft space. So I hope you're all fabulous. I'm sorry I haven't even got around to asking. I was so excited to start this project. Actually, I'm going to see where my pocket is here. If I can see. About there. I still have a fun strip I can use. Okay. Actually, I need to think more like a production line than individual, I think. So I'm going to tear each one, and then I will do my inking, and then I will do my gluing. And me telling you out loud was for my benefit, not for yours. Because I'm trying to do the mass making, I need to change the way I'm thinking about my processes. Isn't that a pretty little strip? Okay. So folding that over. I don't know why I turned that upside down. And just, I might leave a little bit more of a lip there. Okay. Oh, that's so, it's really pretty actually against the more yellow paper too. So one of each. And I am going to ink these. I probably don't need to do this now, but it does help me to see it a little bit better too when I'm trying to decide where to tear. In actual fact, I will measure the papers individually for my width, and for the length I think I will just use one of my last ones to tear the others. That'll save me from mucking around too much. Okay, so these ones here aren't quite as straightforward because I do need to tear my white edge off. So, yes, I hope you're all fabulous. I am. It's a beautiful day here. It's actually a Saturday, and I have been trying to video ahead, so you won't actually be seeing these shortly after I make them, but not too long after. And outside it is a buzz with people's lawnmowers, which for me is just an indication that the spring is finally here. That spring weather, people out in their yards doing what they need to do. I might turn my ruler and tear it this way. Hoping I'm relatively straight. Okay, and so I'm going to you can see this one is just, it's a fraction wider, which is perfectly okay because it fits this bag. So, and I'm going to tear here. So that's one scrap. And then, I don't know why I need to have it facing the same way, or it's just going to mess with my head. So that goes on there. That'll be gorgeous. Won't that be pretty? Okay, and this one. I'm just looking to see what I like with this yellow background. It's almost like a straw. It reminds me of a straw colour. It's the best way I can describe it. I did try and get a little bit of video watching in earlier this morning while I was having my cuppa. I just cannot keep up. And there's so many amazing ideas out there. I want to try them all and I don't have enough time in my day to do it all. Lots of different themed journals. I was like, oh, I'd love to make one like that. I'd love to try that. Lots of different ideas on. So I'm thinking if I take it from the side. Lots of different ideas on different types of ephemera. Oh gosh, just mind-boggling. It's amazing to me how many different things we can do with this craft, which is why I love it so much. Okay, so just getting my width from my bag because each bag is slightly different. And you can roughly see where the fold line will be. So I will have flower on this side and flower on this side, which I love. And it's upside down. I just had a visual of you all standing on your head. Okay, so flower on this side and flower on this side. Love that. So pretty. And two more. I haven't been as regimented. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I was trying to do a little bit of organizing each day, organizing and tidying, and although I've done a little bit, some of those little bits have entailed tidying my desk before I leave my craft room. Whereas when I had said that, I'm kind of confessing now, when I had said that, I was kind of thinking more about the fact that I needed to organize things other than my desk. So for me, I'm like, I've cheated. I haven't done what I set out to do. I have had a parcel come with some more storage boxes, so I do need to get to open those, and then I will do a little bit more organizing. Now that I have the storage containers, I can pop a few more things away, so that's exciting. It's just all about time. Even my fussy cutting, I had one day where I didn't do any fussy cutting and I felt really guilty because I was like, oh, I told all my crafty friends that I was going to do, you know, a half an hour each day. I was so tired, guys. I almost fell asleep on the couch and I was like, I really need to go to bed. I just need to sleep. So I did. So no fussy cutting that night. Okay, and I think this one I wanted to do, I wasn't taking it from the edge. quite straight. So about there. Sorry, little butterfly. So yes, I think I've only had one day off fussy cutting though. So for me, I kind of went, well, I deserve a little break. So that was me justifying it to myself. Okay, love that. And lucky last. I do plan on doing some fussy cutting this afternoon though. And my custom order I have, I'm hoping I can get that finished either today or tomorrow. Which will potentially free up a little more time to do some more videos for you guys. Or with you guys. I don't really do it for you, I do it with you. In my mind, we're crafting together, so because I'd be in here crafting anyway. Okay, and this one I'm taking, I think I wanted to take from here, was my thought. So, oops, I'll go this way. I'm just looking at all the fun new scraps I'm collecting up there. Thinking about my little snippet strips that I made in my last video and thinking how excited I am to use them. They were fun. I actually didn't realise it had been such a long time. I mean, it was normal time, but I felt like I was just getting started and time was up, which made me a little bit sad. So, okay. So now I'm going to ink all of these. So just the sides and the top on each one. I was just thinking how much quicker my process would be if I didn't ink. I was thinking about Rachel from Roxy Creations and the fact that she doesn't ink, and I love her creations. And I've tried to stop myself from inking, but I can't help it. I just love the way it looks. Okay, and so from there I need to choose my papers to go on the front, and with my front papers I'm not sure I want to do strips or if I want to do patches, which means I might be able to use some of my scraps. For instance, that I'm thinking or do I want to just put plainer? More plain background papers, I'm wondering. Which I have some scraps of up here. Let me see. Kind of like the way that works with this orange butterfly. Isn't that fun? Can't go that way. I think I'm going to use that on there. So that is distracting me. It's distracting my eye. So I'll go up there. And again, I've mentioned I pop my ruler under whatever I'm tearing and I use the crease on my ruler. There's a little ridge here as a guide of where to sit my item that I'm trying to fussy cut for, and that gives me my tear line. Hoping this is straight because it didn't look straight when I lifted it up. Oh, that's pretty good. And oops. Okay, and just tearing that. Oh, that's fun. So this one here, I do love that green. Yes, I'm going to use that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so this one here, no, I like that with this one. I slipped, did I? Okay. I do like the idea of using complete pieces because it will reinforce the paper. It's not a terribly thick paper on these little bags. So by having the complete piece, it does reinforce where the fold will be. So you can see this is a directional piece, so that piece won't work because the direction is wrong, which means it will rule out a few of these. This one here, it probably doesn't matter so much. Okay, so I'm just going to look and see what I have left, and I really like, oh, I don't know where I like that. I think I like those that way. I feel like that plays off the cherub, and this plays off the blues. And then I'm going to use this one here. I feel like that worked out perfectly. Okay. And I know I've gone quiet. Hubby came home and he was distracting me outside. I'm sorry. I try really hard to keep crafting when he arrives home. I don't know what it is. I become shy or something. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, and this one, lucky last. Okay, so I'm inking these all the way around. And I think I'm going to paper clip them on. Not perfectly, I just want to keep them together. Okay. I thought I had my template then, but I just remembered when I first made these, I was going to make the pocket shallower, and I decided to make it a little bit deeper, so a couple of these have extra score lines. Okay, so I've got all those inked. I want to select papers for the back of them now, and I have my Terrific Tags Volume 6 kit, backing papers, and I'm thinking I really like the orange for the back of this one. I feel like if I take it from the top, there's lots of space there that they can write on, so I'm going to set that aside. So that was Terrific Tags Volume 6. Next I have Terrific Tags Volume 5, and I'm just looking seriously, any one of them would work. I like that that has the darker pattern in it, similar to this, so I'm going to go that. So that was Terrific Tags Volume 5. Terrific Tags Volume 4. Quite like that. I think I'm going to go with that one. And I'm thinking one of these. So this one would be my choice. Terrific Tags Volume 3. I love that. Oh, I've got 2 lots of those. I'm going to go with that one. And I'm thinking the patterns are kind of steering me to the cherub. I don't know why. So that one. Terrific Tags Volume 2. I'm loving the colour pick up there. So that could be my winner. Yes. So those together. And Terrific Tags Volume 1. I do like those. I really like that. Going to go with that one. So that was Terrific Tags Volume 1. So I am going to tear these out to fit the whole of the back, and I will ink around them and glue, and then I will come back and I will show you what they look like at that stage. I'll be back shortly. So I'm back again. I have put all of my papers together and I have one more left to do, and I wanted to show you how I finished it off. So I've glued my papers on the fronts and on the back. Once I've done that, I open out my bag and I fold this over. Because it's already scored, it does kind of find its own way. So just folding that over and scoring that into place. And as you saw, I'm not forcing the paper down, I'm just letting it find its own way. And then folding it back out and folding that in half. And then turning it back on itself so it folds. I found it really difficult to fold it this way first, whereas folding it opened out with the back on the outside first, so this way, I found that worked much better than trying to do it once it's all folded up and doing it that way. These parts here, the flaps kind of moved, so easing it in slowly seemed to work better. And from there, just burnishing that down, from there I do just ink my creases, my folds, because this will be sewn into the signature. I do want those folds to be inked, my preference. And up there, just going to pop a little bit more on there. And then folding it in the opposite direction, I'm going to do the back as well. On both sides. Okay, so at this part of the process I haven't glued my pockets closed, and I possibly won't do that until I actually put these into a signature, just so I can see how they're going to sit once they're in there. So I want to show you what we've done. Wondering how I can best go about this. So that is the first one. And the inside. The second. And the back. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. And that's the back of it. Love it. And that's the inside page. Isn't it sweet? Little cherub. So the back of the pages on the inside, on each one, are kind of light enough that they could be written on if you wanted to, which I really love, or the person who gets the journal can choose to put something on there themselves. They might want to pop photos on there, or maybe concert tickets, or and the inside. Okay, so there we have all of our beautiful paper bag pocket pages, and I am in love with the way they've turned out. I'm really looking forward to seeing them inside a journal. So I'm going to leave our video there for today, and we will perhaps finish them off in our next video. I just wanted to say, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Always feel free to comment, share, or save this video for future reference. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, everybody. Please stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. Bye for now.